Hello and welcome to the third pre-beta gameplay video for FTL, Faster Than Light. Our Kickstarter, which we launched a month ago, is going to be ending in the next 2 days. So I wanted to make one more video for you guys, but because we don't have too much new stuff to show you in this past week, I wanted to make a video that introduced the game to people who haven't backed it yet or haven't seen videos of the demo that we temporarily had up for an event. So if you're just looking for some new features, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait until the next video. So as a super brief intro, in FTL you are the captain of a ship. The first ship you can control is the Kestrel. You can see here a cross section where these are the various rooms and your crew members are on the rooms, inside the rooms. Many of them have a specific function, such as shields and engines and whatnot. It's kind of like an RTS where you control your crew members and send them and give them orders, but it's pretty simplistic. They basically perform a function based on where they are. For example, they're repairing this damaged weapon system. It's gone from orange to gray, meaning it's fully back operational, and I can now power my missile, which hadn't worked before. You can also see the crew members here working at computers on these major systems, and that will improve the efficiency of that, or the effectiveness of that system, and the crew members themselves will improve over time as they work on a specific thing for more time. So here's the map. The map is very basic. It's a randomized matrix of nodes. This is where I currently am, and I can jump to these locations because they're the closest. Jumping is just faster than light travel. So for example, if I faster than light travel over here, every new location will have a text-based event. This is particularly uninteresting, nothing going on. The text-based events often have choices which can have randomized results to your actions, so each time you play the game it will be considerably different. Here is an enemy ship. So this is the view of combat. We're abstracting the concept of flying around in space fighting each other to just this sort of static views, since we're really just focusing on the interior of the ships. This enemy ship, they function exactly the same as the player ship. They have crew members and each room has its own function. If you damage the system, they need to send people to repair it. So you're on even footing with the enemies. You can also see that I've been pausing the game, so it's also kind of like Baldur's Gate in that it is real time, but if you wanted to, you can play it almost like a turn-based game, taking turns using different actions and that kind of thing. This guy is actually trying to escape, and I don't know if I'll be able to get through his shields to prevent him from fully escaping, since his shields are a little bit better than mine. So you may notice that a lot of the events that we've been showing off in these in the game has been similar to the previous versions of the game. Actually, I'll be able to take him down. Nice. That's mostly because we've been focusing on gameplay improvements and working on the ship customization and all that kind of stuff. So our next goal, big goal, is to revamp that whole system of determining events and difficulty of enemies and balance of all this kind of stuff. So we'll be adding a ton new events before the final game is released. Keep in mind that this is unfinished. This is still pre-beta. So I was able to destroy the enemy ship, and destroying the enemy ships often lead to gaining scrap. Scrap is money, basically. It allows you to upgrade your ship as well as purchase new things. The other resources you'll have to manage pretty simply is fuel, which is one is consumed every time you jump. Missiles, one's consumed every time that you use a bomb or missile, and drone parts, which I don't have a drone system, so they're not particularly useful. Since I got so much scrap, I can show you this is upgrading the shield system and then adding more reactor power. So a big part of the game is actually improving your ship. Now that as you can see, I powered the shields and have 2 shield bars. Improving your ship as you go, because the game boils down to an arms race where you're trying to improve your ship faster than the enemies can get more difficult. This guy was a good thing I did, because this guy is jamming my shields. It was a special event, and so I only have 1 shield bar functional. As you can see, here's one new feature. I have a little rock alien crew member, Rockman guy. They're my favorite right now. They move slower, and they have more health, and they are immune to fire. Is how they work right now. Jeez. But I just think they're cool. So I think I'm gonna stop the video here in the interest of time. Don't forget that our Kickstarter ends on April 1st, 2 days from when this video goes up. Check out the link down below if you want to make sure you'll have a DRM free build once the game is released on Windows, Mac, and or Linux. You can also get access to the beta, which will be run in May through Steam and probably be Windows only. There's also a link to an interview that recently went up if you're interested in our thought processes. And thank you once again for the amazing amount of support you've shown throughout this Kickstarter. FTL started just as us wanting to make a game that we ourselves would want to play, and so it's pretty amazing to know that so many of you also would like to play our dream game. We will do our best in the coming months to make sure FTL lives up to your expectations, and if we don't have time to put a few things in, we'll try and give it post-release as free updates. Thank you once again, and I look forward to showing you some of our new stuff in the upcoming videos.